Well, hello there, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is Lisa, and you've tuned into Heart of Inspiration. And here at this channel, we help you lead a whole and healed, peaceful, and prosperous life by helping you identify, clarify, and prospering in your purpose. Well, 2021 is around the corner. It's basically already here. So I'm coming to you with your 2021 forecast. Now, this is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Um, 2020 has been quite the year, right? It's been a very interesting, challenging year of growth, year of hopefully introspection, and moreover, hopefully a year of awakening and ascension. So I felt it very important that I come to you with a full tarot and oracle channeled message. That's what we're going to do here today. Um, and I've got a number of decks, and I'm still not completely, we're just going to let Spirit lead us and guide us through the quarters of the year. Okay. So this is going to be a little bit longer. So, get yourself settled and ready to go so that we can really dig in and hear some clear messages from Spirit, from our guides, from our ancestors, from our spirit guides. And very importantly, I feel that the star seeds that are out, right? The our assistants. So for light workers, we should be living in 5D, right? Or ascending to or making that move towards the 5D door portal is open. It is ready, open for business, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So let's really concentrate on what does that mean for us? What does this stepping into our purpose in 2021 mean for us? And very importantly, if we, reduce 2021 down, it is reduced down to the number five. Five is a challenge number. Five is a number of fight. Okay. Five is a number of challenging your thoughts. Five is a number of challenging and expressing and fighting for your passions. Five is a number for, it can be for the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. But really you're being left out in the cold, but you can always come in. And five is a lonely number. Okay. And the Five of Cups is overwhelmed with emotion. There's going to be a lot of emotion, a lot of inner introspection, a lot of fighting for who and what you really truly believe in and defining that very clearly. And you're going to feel out in the cold a lot. That's to be expected. So, what I'm going to need you to do, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and we're going to be talking about this for all of the signs, I'm quite sure, is I'm going to need you to double down on purpose. We're going to need you to double down on the plan. We're going to need you to release your ego. We're going to need you also to be willing to fight for your beliefs and fight for what you know to be true and really go introspectively and find this out in a very clear way, right? And then fight for your purpose. That's what this year is going to be about. Now, I've got the Awakened Soul Oracle here right now. I also have the Starseed Oracle, the Work Your Light Oracle, and the Spiritual Path Oracle. We're going to start with the Awakened Soul. I'm going to move these out of the way, and we're just going to let Spirit lead us. So let's get some cards. What is 2021 overall? Active first quarter. Active first quarter. Second quarter. Guidance for your second quarter card from the Awakened Soul Oracle. Third quarter, please. That was quick. Adventure. fourth quarter, please. And healing. So if I'm going to take these just as they are right now, and then we're going to get some more clarifications. For the first quarter, I have active. It's going to be extremely important that you activate yourself, that you motivate yourself, that you begin to say, this is who I am. I know who my parents defined me as. I know what the world defines me as, but this is who I know that I truly am. Okay? Let's pull a little bit from the Starseed Oracle as well. The blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. It is time for you to take the lessons that you have been learning. It is time for you to take all this information. It is time for you to say, okay, wait a minute. Am I just going to still sit here and just collect and collect and collect and just learn and learn and learn? Or am I finally going to put it to practice in this first quarter of 2021? You know, the great conjunction, Jupiter and Saturn in Aquarius, that conjunction was an activation conjunction. That conjunction was take that Jupiter dream, expansion, purpose, power, being divine, knowing that you are supremely divine. And what I mean by supremely divine is not that you are the supreme divine, but that your guidance, the guidance that you have, all that you have within you, all that you've been incarnated with, all that you've been born with, all that you knew and have known for all of eternity that you came here with, rules your life here on this earth. It's not other people. It's not the government. It's not religion. It's not how, the conditions in which you were born. It's not any of that. But what it is, Taurus, what it is this. It is that you yourself are meant to govern yourself. You yourself have your own sun. You yourself have your own ground. You yourself have your own roots. You yourself have your own connection to the higher realms, your connection to source energy. You yourself have the gift of sight. You yourself have the gift of speech. You're the gift of love to create and bring everything from the upper realms down into the third dimension. From your higher chakras, as it is above, so it is below in your lower chakras. It is time for you to activate and be active participant in your future. Guidance, second quarter. Second quarter guidance. Called soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. By second quarter, which is April, May, and June of 2021, the calling. So here in this first quarter, it's time for you to get yourself with someone or just know yourself. But it's time for you to get yourself with people that are going to help and guide and ascend you and help you on your ascension process, right? Help you step into your purpose and help you really get it into focus. Here is the guidance. You notice she's reading tarot cards. Called. You are called. You have gifts that you've been given. It's time for you to start using them. Right? This is your quarter, right? Your birthday comes in this quarter. So it's time, as your solar return happens, it's time for you to begin to step into your purpose. Take active steps towards it. Stop lollygagging. Adventure in this third quarter. Adventure. I'm sorry. Defenseless. Riding past wrongs and uprooting. This to me is adventure of self-discovery, of clearing of karma, of getting down to the root causes and root reasons for why you are the way you are. Why you incarnated, why you chose the family, the people, the relationships, all of that you chose. And it's time for you to really go on that adventure. That's not easy, and it's not luxurious, and it's not just simple. But when we really begin to answer this call, then we understand that letting go of ego is so critical. We understand that letting go of ego, not only letting go of ego, but trusting ourselves is absolute critical. Our higher selves. Trusting that the unseen is greater than and more powerful than what is seen. This is only an illusion. The matrix is the illusion, right? What we know as quote unquote reality, the third dimensional, was created by higher dimension, higher frequency. This is lower frequency energy we are residing in. You are a spirit being having a human experience. Never forget that. You are a spiritual being having a human experience. So stop playing the game. Stop playing the game and start releasing and learning and going down to the roots. Because you know, in the fourth quarter, moving into healing, this adventure is adventure of that dark night of the soul, and to an extent. And we hear and listen and think about this dark night of the soul, and we're just like, oh my God, I don't want to go through it. You absolutely have to go through it. It's not really, I mean, it's not comfortable, but when you really start going through and uprooting, when you really start putting your defenses down, when you really start being willing to pull the wall down and stop saying, well, you know, I have to, like, in this third dimensional realm, I have all of these like guards up and all of this garbage. You don't. Because when you are healed, whole and healed, peaceful and prosperous, right? When you begin to heal those energetic wounds and you begin to take that toxic energy that keeps bringing in more toxic people, the reason why you haven't been able to move into your purpose fully is because you're bringing in more toxic people. Some of you have exchanged one group for another group. Some of you exchanged one like kind of like funky life for another funky life because you haven't done this work here. And 2021, the number 5 is challenging you to examine yourself, examine why. The same things keep repeating over and over again. The faces and the names and the places might be different, but the concept is still the same. Why is that happening? We begin to see some of it here with this being active in our calling and active in our ascension and awakening process and learning. And then we see more of it here as we're willing to answer the call. But I'm telling you, when you answer that call and you're finally ready to do it, do you know what happens then? All of a sudden, anything and everything that was down beneath begins to come up to the surface. Because you have to go into this in truth. You have to go into this with integrity. You have to go into this with a pure heart. You have to be willing to release all that you've known to go to what you don't know in the third dimension, but you begin to remember. I was watching Infinite Waters. Remembering, putting your pieces, putting your members back together. Remember, right? We're putting ourselves back together. But part of that is you got to begin to really dig down deep and clear out some of this karma. What you may have done to others and what others may have done to you. Forgiveness is just as important as clearing everything out and being forgiven. Okay? So this is this great adventure of really going deep within. And then finally, from Starseed Oracle, Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. When you're going through this healing process in the winter time in 2021, okay, when you're going through the healing process in 2021, it's going to be important for you to be really in tune with Gaia, with the earth, with nature. It's going to be important for your root chakra, right, to be really very well and connected to the earth so that you can get the healing and the beautiful energy as Gaia herself has raised her vibrational level so that you can assist with the rest of the 3D realm in not only your healing but the 3D healing as the group ascends to the next level. This is very important, especially for you as an earth sign, fixed earth as well. Very, very critically important that you are in tune and pulsing with the earth's frequency. Now, We're going to keep these here. Can you tell I'm kind of making this up as I go along? We're going to also use from the tarot, the star seed, the Syrian star seed tarot. Yes, I know this is a huge tarot deck. So we're going to focus though on quarter one. So let's get some more information about quarter one, please. Energy coming towards my Taurians, sun, moon, and rising. I have the star as the energy coming towards you. Energy you're bringing, Tower. This is for quarter one and quarter one only. Seeker of Flames is the energy that may present some obstacles. It's going to help us overcome. Ace of Crystals. And then outcome or advice for quarter one. Abundance. The star, of course, is Aquarian energy, which is so appropriate, right, for us moving into the age of Aquarius. The star is about letting go of ego. We're going to use the Light Seeker Tarot to give us some clarification. Letting go of ego. Make sure this is, yep. Letting go of the third dimension. Focusing on the heavens. Focusing on new technology. Focusing on the understanding that you as an individual are part of the rememberment or the remembering of the collective. Each of us as individual pieces and members are being reunited with the collective, and as a collective energy, we then are raising the entire vibration, right? We are raising the frequency up to this 5D. Some of us have already graduated to living simultaneously as dual citizens in the 5D as well as the 3D. Others of us are coming up. So those of us that have already been here and been doing this, we're here to assist you as you let go of this ego and let go of this third dimensional rule over your life. Let me get the overall energy. Yeah, Two of Orbs coming into making decisions in that first quarter. Are you going to be active? Right? A decision needs to be made first quarter. Are you going to activate yourself? Or are you just going to sit by the wayside? Let me see why this star card is here. Temperance. Yep. That's interesting because Temperance, Sagittarian energy. But to me, the Temperance card is the opposite or the third dimensional counterpart to the star card. Right? Same girl, same woman. Same woman. Temperance, she's figuring out the balance between logic and creation. She's figuring out the balance between lower vibration and higher vibration and how she can use them in an alchemaic way in order to bring about a change, in order to bring about a manifestation, right? That's that alchemy there. And the star card then says, you know what? I can't figure it out in my third dimensional mind. So I'm going to go on and allow my higher dimensional self to assist, get the information from the collective and bring it down. So Temperance says, listen, you're going to have some patience. You're going to have some creativity. Your creativity is being ignited here, both in the upper realms and in the lower realms. Your creativity is being ignited. This Tower card, the energy you're bringing, everything is changing in the first quarter, and you know it. Two of Cups. This could be a new relationship that's also coming, or it could be a relationship that you have right now that's ending. And you know it's not serving you. A new relationship coming in that will serve you, new partnerships, new soulmates, not necessarily only in the romantic area, but also in the spiritual area. And yep, the Devil. I feel like you're leaving the toxicity. You're choosing, as we go into the rest of 2021, you're choosing to leave the toxic relationships behind. Oh God, and here's the Tower card again. Listen, you know that you have to change. You know that everything that you have believed to be true, everything that you've believed to be foundational, absolutely positively has to change. The Seeker of Flames this is the energy that could be a problem for you because the seeker is the one that's looking for or just beginning on this path of really identifying what their real passions are. This is all first quarter. Identifying what your real passions are and who you really are. What really lights your fire? What light are you really meant to be burning brightly and shining to the world here? Here we have strength. You're not going to be sure. Potentially, you're going to be like, I'm not sure if I have the strength to go through these tower moments and to really let this toxicity go in myself, because some of you are addicted to the toxic. Do you know you can get addicted to it? You know, we had drama queens and drama kings, honey. You could be addicted to it. Judgment and understanding that you know that you got to let all this stuff go in order to get to your higher purpose. What's going to help you is this Ace of Crystals, is knowing that everything becomes brand new when you finally do let it go. With this King of Wands, being strong. Look, he's also got the Lion, right? This is very Leo energy. This is very, I know who I am. I know what I am, and I am going to seek after it, and I'm going to run after it. Here we go, the Ten of Swords. They are going to talk about you, but this is ending. You talking about you is going to end. How you think about yourself, perhaps in somewhat of a negative way, because all this toxicity has been feeding into you, and you're finally coming to this point where you're recognizing, I got to let this go in order to go forward, because I can't keep going on the same roller coaster. Abundance. Abundance awaits you, and by the end of the quarter, this is what you're going to understand, that abundance awaits. Five of Cups. It is, I just was saying about that, right? It is overwhelming, right? Because anytime you got to let go of some stuff and go into something new, it gets a little unnerving for you. Two of Swords. That was what was on the bottom of that deck. That Two of Orbs. You're being tormented by the decision you have to make, but you know you have to make it. And Queen of Cups. What the universe is saying to you, what spirit is saying to you, is choose you. Queen of Cups. Choose you. Choose to be good to yourself rather than always being good to everybody else. Let's go with second quarter. I told you guys these were going to be a little bit longer. All right. Second quarter. Guidance and called. So we're being called in second quarter. We've got first quarter down. Second quarter's up. I'll get used to these ginormous cards soon enough. Oh, let me move this over so you guys can still see it. Second quarter's up. What's for second quarter for my Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising? Five of Flames is the energy coming towards you. Ooh, this is going to be challenging. It's not going to be easy to move into your calling. But nothing worth anything is easy. Three of Chalices, so Three of Cups. The Shadow. That's going to be energy that might be a little bit difficult for you. Transition. Outcome or advice. Five of Orbs. Interesting. As you're going through this journey of now, I know I'm called. I know I've decided to activate my gifts. This kind of starts our kind of, it starts our ascension, but it also starts our shadow work. It's time to get going. Five of Flames. It's going to be a little challenging. You know why? Because you're not necessarily used to moving as quickly as you're going to be called to move. And it's going to challenge everything that you have believed. That tower, right? That tower. Oh my gosh, the tower. Two towers. Everything that you've known to be true is being shaken. Seven of Crystals. You have all abundant choices overall. Seven of Crystals, and you're going to begin to see some abundance coming towards you. Not all of it, just some of it is coming towards you, right? Some abundance as you move. Eight of Swords. Understand that you are trapped in your own mind. It's not real. Remember, the third dimensional challenges are not real. They are appearing real. You have the power and the ability to change your entire life. Knight of Cups. That's what's being offered to you. What's being offered by Spirit is understanding that when you get control of your emotions and you set your energy into motion in a very specific way and be very intentional, right? Very intentional, that you yourself then understand that you have the ability to change your world. And Spirit is offering you the partnership. Three of Chalices. So this, let's see what this is for. I don't want to say it. Seven of Pentacles, which is that seven, right? This is a time for celebration. You are coming into this saying, I've decided to be active. I've decided to activate my gifts. I've decided to activate everything. And because of that, I am now going to say, I am now going to choose me. I am now going to choose as I take each step. I'm going to begin to see a little more and a little more. The beginnings, right? Here's a bud, the beginnings of growth from being in perfect alignment. The Hermit, and understanding that study thyself, study to show thyself approved. Learning your craft, getting with mentors and coaches and those that can assist you, teachers, aligning yourself with that, okay, so that you can then step into your gifts. Why is the shadow here? Page of Swords. You're going to begin to see as the shadow, really seeing deeply inside yourself to understand what's back there and those dirty little secrets and those emotions and energies and things that you did not necessarily want to know about yourself. You have to root them out, and you're going to begin to see them, and you're going to have some resistance to that. Four of Wands, because you're going to begin to question, do you want to stay in this shadow? Do you want to stay in this cycle of toxicity that's unhealthy, and you know it is? You know it's unhealthy. Do you want to stay in it, or do you want to actually grow beyond it? That's the choice that you have to make. Do you want to stay in it, or do you want to grow beyond it? What's going to help you is, as with this transitional, like this come up here, right? This is the Death card, I believe. This transition, this letting go of the earthly knowledge and ego and transcending and going up, this rebirth. As you see more rebirth and you see yourself gaining ground and life just becoming so much easier, man, it's going to be so much nicer. It's going to be so much nicer. When you see that happen, man, is it going to be beautiful. Transition, the Empress, right? You begin to see all of these wonderful things, and you begin to believe in yourself. You begin to believe. You begin to understand that life is not what it seems to be, not what it appears to be, and you truly can. Your gifts are truly important, Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising. You are truly called for greater. And you begin to believe it, and that transition helps get you through this shadow work and the Chariot, and you're going to want to run and run and run and run towards it. You're going to want to move quickly towards it and through this. Five of Orbs is the Five of Swords. So understand that it is challenging. Understand that things are not as what they seem. Right? Things are not what they seem. And it seems like it just doesn't make any sense. And you're fighting against a ghost. Here's the Lovers again. I'm going to tell you something. A lot of you have somebody that's in your life that's very important to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, but there are people that are really important to you that, man, that are causing you to doubt. They can cause you to doubt. And then there's other people that are going to come in and help with this challenging time of rethinking your routines, right? And help you with the strength card, have the strength to get through this. And help you with the Queen of Swords, live your truth and go towards it. That second quarter, that's the end of it. As you're moving towards your calling, as you overcome each of these limiting beliefs that are stopping you from moving forward, and people come in and support you and help you find that strength, and your spirit guides and your angels and source helps you with that, you're going to begin to walk the walk and talk the talk and believe in you. Okay, we're halfway through the year. We're going to take a quick break and just watch this real quick, 1 minute, about an upcoming opportunity to work with me in our upcoming Be the Light conference. Okay, here we go. All right, that's our Be the Light virtual retreat that's happening January 15th through the 17th, and for just $297. So just go to my website and sign up, go on and buy your ticket so you can be in the house for that. It's going to be all online. It's going to be fabulous and really begin to help you step into your purpose. All right. We are now at third quarter Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising with adventure, and I'm sorry, the sense of defenselessness, righting past wrongs. Yep. Uprooting. Some of you guys are going to be really kind of moving into a whole new career, or as you go into your purpose, entrepreneurship of some level. Some of you may even be relocating. Seven of Crystals is the energy that's coming towards you. So you're going to begin to see some manifestation, some abundance come from all this hard work. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, Taurus. So those cards that dropped out and wanted to be seen here, we have the Ace of Flames as the energy that you're bringing into third quarter. The Three of Flames being in the energy that could be a potential barrier or an obstacle. We'll see what that's all about. What's going to help you overcome that? Seven of Chalices, Seven of Cups. And then outcome or advice, please. Two of Chalices or Two of Cups. I like that for you. So as we move into third quarter, and this is really all about getting that shadow work done, right? Because now we've identified our gifts, and now we're really ready to move into purpose. But we got to clear out the stuff. Because otherwise, if we don't, that's an impediment. It's not. It's just gonna block us. So that Seven of Crystals, again, more and more little manifestations. Oh, okay. All right. Wow. All right. Got a story here. I'm not going to keep them all, but we're going to tell the story. The story for the Seven of Crystals is the Tower moment. We've been going through all the foundational things, the devil, getting rid of all that toxicity. Again, here's this Two of Cups. This Two of Cups and the Lovers keep popping up for you, Taurus. So that really tells me there are some people that are super close to you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Some people that are super close to you that you have got to get out of your realm. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you do it. There's some folks you got to get out of your realm and they need to be replaced. Because spirit can't bring new people in, a new person or a new tribe, and can't lead you to your tribe until you're like letting the toxicity out of your life and then heal so that you don't repeat the same thing. Because if you get rid of the toxic people, right? If you've identified the fact that you've got this toxicity going on and then you don't release it, and then you don't heal that, right? Whatever energetic wound, right? So for me, I had a lot of like, self-esteem issues. Okay. I had a lot, believe it or not, I had a lot of self-esteem issues. I did not truly value my needs, wants, and desires over other people. I felt like mine weren't as important. Right. So what that did is I kept bringing in people into my life that would use me. I kept bringing in people in my life that would just walk all over me to an extent, or I would help them get on their feet, putting their needs ahead of mine. And then once they got on their feet and once they were like good, then they were like deuces. And then they just walked away, leaving me stranded and feeling used and abused. So until I finally like got that root out, healed that energy, transmuted it, and reintegrated it so that I then did value my needs, wants, and desires. I did believe in myself. I did believe that I deserved happiness and abundance and all those things. I did believe that I, deserved it and that I came here for it. Until that happened, I was constantly having these relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, working relationships, where this was a constant thing. So you can't get anything new until you get rid of that. There's only so much that can be had in this earthly vessel. And this Five of Wands says this is the challenging time. This is all these challenges, though, and fighting for this and going through this, righting wrongs and righting the wrongs to yourself. Don't forget you. It's all part of the Seven of Crystals energy. Let's see what the overall for the quarter is. Five of Orbs. This is a 5-year. This is a year of change for you. Let me see why else the Seven of Crystals is here. Do you want to give me one? Here you go. Knight of Cups. Spirit is saying, once again, third quarter, I'm going to keep giving you an offer. I'm going to keep giving you an offer. I'm going to keep giving you an offer to live a higher life and a life filled of love. I'm going to keep giving you that offer. Eight of Pentacles with this Ace of Flames. This Ace of Flames tells me you are ready to do your work and you're putting, the Eight of Pentacles says you're going to put in the work. You've come through this first half of the year and now you're like, I am ready to go. I know I got to clean up my act. I know I got to get rid of these toxic people. I got to heal these wounds. I have to get past this. I got to get this done and I got to get it done now because I now have seen my calling. I've seen the mountaintop and I'm ready to go. Three of Flames. There's going to be a nagging still because this Five of Orbs to me is all about limiting beliefs. This Three of Flames tells me you're like, ooh, I got to get rid of these limiting beliefs, right? Can I really achieve? Is my ship really coming in? Is this reality? Three of Cups. And honestly, do you believe that you deserve to celebrate? Are there people in your life that are still telling you, there are too many cooks in the kitchen? Is somebody telling you something wrong? Justice. This could be a Libra energy, but this is the energy that could potentially cause you some issues. So for this, I'm saying you not being fully imbalanced and still being like giving so much to other people is potentially stopping you from believing that your ship really is coming in. Because in third quarter, just watch. There's threes here too. Watch how some people move in your life. Are they still taking more than they're giving? Are you still out of balance? Seven of Chalices, looking over the choices. You have plenty of great opportunities and choices and people that you can be in fellowship with. Eight of Wands, you're going to get a lot of communication and there's going to be a lot of movement towards the new thing. People are going to be saying to you and, mentors, whomever, listen, there's a better way. You're deserving. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're intelligent. You're talented. You have fantastic abilities. I don't call them gifts because we have this concept of gifts that then a gift can be taken away. You have abilities you incarnated with. The Hermit, here we go. More study. So I really feel like there's definitely people coming into your world that are going to help you afford that study, that are going to help guide you. And you yourself are going to do this internal check, constantly doing this internal check. Here's that Five of Wands, that challenging. And here's the Nine of Wands, standing your ground. Stand your ground and you're going to defend your position and you're going to make the right choice, because here we have the Two of Chalices. So I see new relationships, potentially new romance, but new relationships definitely coming in. Four of Cups, after a lot of thinking and self-reflection, right? You're by the end of that quarter finally ready. Nine of Swords, it's going to cause you some anxiety and angst. But letting go of it's going to be so freeing here. So freeing. And here's the Ace of Cups. Brand new set of emotions to bring into your life and to manifest that brand new Ace of Pentacles life. That's third quarter. All right, now we have fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is about healing and getting really grounded, being connected to the pulse of Mother Earth, of Gaia, spending time in nature, slowing down a little bit. And I feel like the third dimensional slows down so the fifth dimensional can like speed up. Coming towards you, the Six of Chalices. Ooh, your tribe is coming. As I look over my life and I think things over. And I do feel like there's like other star seeds and folks that are going to be coming to help you. Higher self is what you're bringing to the table. That's that high priestess energy. Indigo. Ooh, why is that in a challenging position? Let's see. It's going to help you. Oh, Five of Chalices. Okay. And then outcome or advice, please. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Adept of Chalices. And I'll explain what that means. We might pull some of that, but we might not need to. The Six of Chalices coming towards you tells me your tribe is coming, your family's coming. By the end of the year, by the final quarter, October, November, and December, this healing and connection to Gaia energy is not only going to help you as you go through your ascension process, but you'll be planted, and so you can begin to bloom and grow. You're going to be contemplating, right, all the lessons you've learned throughout the year. And you're going to be contemplating and really integrating the victories and then learning from the opportunities to learn. But your soul family is arriving as you become more accepting and believing in your higher self, following your intuition, following your sight, your clairvoyance, following your sight, your clairsentience, your ability to feel, right? Knowing, sensing the energy that's in motion, your emotions, utilizing your spirit body, right? Utilizing your true self to send that out like kind of radar and then pull it back in and reconstruct. Not being sure, like, because this, for some of you, this is really opening up a whole brand new world. So, not being sure about that brand new world. This indigo child is just like really discovering who they are as a spirit being, as a star seed, as a light worker, and just really coming into this knowledge of their abilities. You've been honing them all this year and studying, and now you're beginning to put them into practice because you're using them for yourself, and we're beginning to step out as we begin healing. I see a lot of you beginning by the end of the year really getting that healing practice going. As you heal yourself, also able to help others heal. And I'm going to interpret this Five of Chalice as not necessarily a bad overcome with emotion. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Those things that we call feelings, those things that we call emotions that we speak of, they're actually really useful. And they're actually really cool. So this is you using them, right? This is your using them. This is your, yes, being overwhelmed by it, but in a good way. Like you're like, oh, wow, wait a minute. If I tap into this, I can trust it and then I can use it. I can trust this energy and then I can transmute it. I can trust this energy and boomerang it right back out and create everything. Love is the frequency of creation, right? And that love is actually the energy of the chalice, of the cup. This adept at chalices means that you're no longer just seeking the understanding of energy and motion or emotions, but you're beginning to master it. Now, there's some ego still that's residing here with the adept personage. But it's kind of like you're testing it out. You're beginning to be able to put it into work. If you look at this, there's this tidal wave coming up, but this one is in kind of this infinity pool. So the tidal wave's coming up, just beginning to understand the power of that wave and riding that wave. You're just beginning to get really good at kind of casting out your net and then bringing it back and bringing it back full of fish. You're getting good at that kind of thing. You're getting good with the emotions. You're getting good with the use of energy. You're getting good with the alchemy and coming into the mastery. And I feel like by the end of the year, again, we're going to have healing practices. We're going to have light workers. You guys are really going to be stepping into either teaching or healing or some, amalgamation or, putting that together. Some of you are financiers, businessmen and women. I just see really good things coming by the end of the year because you're willing to kind of dig through this and then bring it to fruition. This is good coming into that mastery because it's going to be a bit of a challenging year for you, but in a good way. All right, and let's get some final cards here. Let's get from the Work Your Light deck. Final words, please. Oh. Pillar of light. Your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. And then the spiritual path. Protected from negative ties. As you get stronger, I meant to see what the overall energies were. Look at that. The great wheel for the fourth quarter. The wheel, look at that. And there's an atom in there in the middle. That represents manifestation. Perfect. Pillar of light and protected from negative ties. Listen, when you become a healed and whole person, when you get those chakras in balance and healed up and the energy flowing as it should, negative ties can't glom onto you anymore. They can't intertwine. They can't interact. They can't. They can't. Right? They can't. You can't, the entanglements, everything slides right off. So as you become this pillar of light, as your vibration is rising, as you become the oracle, you'll find yourself protected from continued negative ties, and you'll find yourself just continually ascending and growing. That's a beautiful 2021 reading. Thanks for hanging in here with me. Like, I know this was long, but it's well worth it. Listen, if hopefully you'll get a chance. I want you to go to my website, heartofinspiration.net. I want you to buy your ticket for the Be the Light virtual retreat, where we're going to do a lot of this, becoming Reiki attuned and learning about spiritual warfare and learning how to use crystals and learning all these great things that'll help you as in your light worker journey. And also, if you have kind of gone through some of that stuff and you're like, Lisa, I kind of know where I'm supposed to be. I kind of know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I really could benefit from having some intensive mentorship as I move into my purpose, then you're the person I want to talk to. Email me at info@lightworkeracademy.net. That's info@lightworkeracademy.net. And just type in the title Masterclass. Give me a little bit of information about yourself. I have a Lightworker Masterclass Academy, 8 weeks. We get into some deep, deep things and get you prepared to identify, clarify, and then prosper in your purpose. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so very much. Namaste. Bye-bye.